next, we have Catlin speaking with Constance Cooke, and she's the Artistic Director of the Victoria School of Contemporary Dance and is a nationally recognized choreographer and educator. So go ahead.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. Glad to hear it. So, yes, you're the Executive Director of the Victoria School of Dance. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your own personal background and also a bit about your company.
Sure. I started out as a bunhead, which means a ballet dancer, and realized in my early 20s that I actually fell in love with contemporary dance, and then I made a transition into contemporary dance. So my school is a school that has a significant programming in contemporary or / modern. Contemporary really means postmodern. Yeah,
I like that word.
I know it. And we have a show coming up this Saturday at the Metro Theatre at 7:30, and it we have 3 performing companies, and we're highlighting those 3 companies. There's a company called Transitions, which is an adult company. Then there's a youth company called Dance Verbs, and then there's a semi-professional company called Physical, which is spelled phonetically. And they've worked with a bunch of different choreographers, international and nationally known choreographers, and we present our work on Saturday. And we've got some alumni back too, so I'm really excited about that.
That's great. We'll have to go and check that out. So you have choreography that you put together, and you also have classes that you teach to students that go there, right? What are some of the classes that, if somebody was interested in taking dance, say, what are some of the classes that they could look into?
Well, we have conditioning, and then we have contemporary classes. So the contemporary classes are for adults, youth, and teenagers. So if you're interested, please check us out. I'm also a professional choreographer, so I've done a whole lot of work nationally and internationally. I did a show this year called Skin. And got the opportunity to go to Berlin and work with some dancers there for a few weeks. And next season I'm working with Ballet Victoria, and I'm also going to Toronto to work with a young company there called Cadence. It's a young ballet company, so I'm really excited about that.
Wow, that's great. What was Berlin like? Had you been there before?
I'd never been to Berlin before.
Was the dance scene very different there than here?
It's really innovative. It's really cheap to live in Berlin. So it's a place where artists can survive, and they don't have a lot of the same, I don't know, what do you say? Like, if you're in a larger European city, there's a history, so there's academies and things like that set up, and because Berlin was so bombed, it was the most bombed city in Europe, it just doesn't exist. So there's a lot of room for innovation and trying wild or crazier things, like less boundaries. So that was pretty exciting. I went to the new Jewish Museum, which everyone should see. I spent a lot of time going to studios, rehearsing, and galleries. It was marvelous. Everyone should go to Berlin.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Now, I know that part of the work you've done, you've been involved with the MediaNet program called Dance for Camera.
I have.
And do you want to tell us a little bit about what you did with that program?
Yeah, well, the first year, Grace Celez started Dance for Camera with MediaNet. I was asked to come on board and teach. So I started teaching a class that was designed for choreographers and dancers, just like a movement class. And then the woman who we bring up, Ellen Bromberg, was very generous and let me kind of start devising my own programming. So what's ended up happening is over the years, because I think there's been 6 of them now, I now teach movement for Dance for Camera. And I was asked to Toronto a couple of years ago to teach with David Hinton, who's a internationally recognized amazing guy, who's a cinematographer first, so I got to learn a lot, but we co-taught the program together. It was with the Cannes Asian Dance Festival, and that was great. And I've been working on a few projects of my own at the same time. Yeah.
Great. Well, we have one of your students here who's going to perform something for us.
We do. This is Kayla Henry, and Kayla has just graduated from Winnipeg Contemporary Dancers, which is a 4-year professional dance training program in Winnipeg, which is where I came from, my home base. And when I was just there, and we did a piece called In a Triangular Forest After Midnight, and we've just revised it for the show on Saturday as a solo, so she's going to show that to you. The music right now we're using is Tanya Tagad, which she's an Inuit throat singer, and Kayla is originally from Winnipeg, and she's one of a number of dancers who I've sent into professional training programs, and she's been a delight to work with, and we want her to move back here part-time. I wanted to move back here part-time because I want to work with her.
That's great. Well, thank you very much, Connie.
Thank
and
you.
look forward to seeing the performance.
Thank you.
Let's go.